Well, hello and welcome. Today we're going to talk about a minimal audio setup that you can not only use personally, but also in client projects. It's easy to travel with, not only sounds good, but is affordable. So let's go. So the first piece of equipment in this kit is the Rode Go wireless system. I actually have two, and I purchased two, by the way, for a tip, because if you're doing longer interviews, it's super nice to have one as a backup for merely just battery usage. Or if you're recording two people at a time, you can put one mic on each and one receiver on each camera. So I've actually done that as well. Great thing to do there. But I've used this mic on here. So this is something that if any of you have not had a chance to try that by itself, I take this clip, put it on my backpack, the little strap, the chest strap. The mic in here is actually pretty good. And in fact, what I was super surprised about is there was areas where I thought it was going to pick up the wind, and it did not. My wife and I have traveled up to, you can see this beautiful scenery behind me, and we're working. And so, but the recent addition to my audio kit is actually what I'm talking on now, which is the Rode NTG shotgun microphone. I'm blown away by this mic. You can see it's actually just below me. So, and another tip on that, why is it below me instead of above me? I've found that not only does it have a better sound for myself with a pickup, not having bouncing off of the floor, but it's also allowed me to set up my little robot, as I call it. Let me show you what I mean. The audio levels are going to change, but you can see what I've done is I've taken this is just a normal stand here that you'd put a iPad or iPhone on, and then I've got a little clamp arm, and then I've got my Rode receiver here plugged in to the Rode NTG microphone. So it's super cool about this. I could actually pop this off right here. So, and then I can, I can talk to you guys like this. I find this to be amazing because, again, as far as setup goes, I pull this out of my backpack, literally my backpack, throw it on the floor in front of a client, and slide this on, and I'm ready to go. I mean, versus the tripod and the boom. Hey, if you're not interested at all in wanting to worry about audio and still want to make money from your camera, I do have a training and an entire course that I have put together to teach you how to make passive income with your camera. Yes, passively means automated in your sleep. And I've been able to do this for years now. And so, what the cool part about it, when you're creating media to sell, audio is not part of the picture. In fact, it's deleted out of your files, and it will be before you submit to the agencies in the marketplace. So if you're interested in learning how to do that. Now, let me take a moment to talk a little bit about this shotgun, because it's funny. I actually recently recorded a video of why I don't use shotguns much anymore, why I use lav mics. It had a lot to do with some of picking up the ambient noise as well as travel. But then I got to this shotgun microphone and was like, whoa, wait a minute. It's actually completely flipped the other direction. So there's really unique features on this shotgun. You have your gain, it's actually built in. So you're able to have a gain control on the mic itself, so it's an amplifier, which is awesome. So what I found is that I use that in combination with the preamps in the Rode Go wireless system, and then feed it right into my camera, which if you're not doing, you should be doing. Really, it just saves hours and hours and hours of syncing, and the audio is there. Now, if you want to use another audio source, of course, go ahead and do it. You have another spare source. If you want to use another lav mic or whatever for backup, that's always a good idea. I advocate that. But it's so nice to have a really solid audio signal in your footage so that you can just take it in the edit and drop it in and go. Now let's get back to the mic. Now, besides the auto gain control, there's some other really cool features this microphone does and has. One is the fact that you're actually able to have a -6 dB channel recording at the same time as your normal channel. So, you can pump it up. Like for me right now, I'm recording this by myself, and if I'm watching my levels over here on the screen, but if they get too hot, I know that I can have a duct signal built in, so I can go and grab that when I need it. I purchased this for, I think it was right around $250. So not your $1,000 microphone, but the sound is something that I have experienced. So again, what you're listening to right now is untreated. If I've done something when I get this back into the edit, it's very minimal. Now let's talk about monitoring. So I have my prized, and I say prized, I mean absolute prize Sennheiser 380 Pros. If any of you know what these are, these headphones came out over 10 years ago. I've had them, my first editing headphones I've ever purchased, used them for 10 years. I had them stolen. Yes, I cried a little and was angry and threw some things. Well, no, not really. But then I happened to find a brand new pair in a box on eBay. I couldn't believe it. Why? Real quick on these headphones. I've never found a pair of headphones that are this comfortable. The sound is incredible, and you cannot hear anything when you put these things on. So I do this, literally, all I can hear is, I just can't hear much at all. But I have found that in this case, okay, I'm gonna take these off now because I can't even barely hear myself. But you'll notice that this case does take up a pretty good amount of room, right? What's a minimalist approach that I have found? Enter the Shure in-ear monitors. So these things are awesome. I've always been a Shure fan, especially of their in-ear monitors. These things are only $100, and the sound isolation is just incredible. So, so if you just take this right here, you put this in your ear, right? And then you just flip this back behind. It takes a little bit of getting used to the fact that their cord goes back behind your ear. But when I put these in, I even have more sound isolation than I have with those big headphones. And the sound quality is purely sufficient. It's great for interviews. In fact, one of the things about these headphones is they are incredibly sensitive, meaning that things will be very loud without much signal coming in, which is great. So you don't have to crank up things, whereas these bigger headphones need more power to them. Basically, this is all I need when I go fly, as I have this shotgun microphone, little stand inside of it, and I have these guys with a Rode Go wireless system, and I can monitor and have a great audio signal, great audio sound with very, very minimal setup time, very, very light, travel friendly, and affordable. So if you have any questions about the setup, or I would love to hear about your audio setups, have you tried these? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. And subscribe if you haven't already, because I'm actually going to go into talking about how I edit, what's a minimalist approach to editing audio, and in the next video. So stay tuned for that. All right, we'll talk to you guys soon.